Okay, this is going to be the fourth video recorded for Chapter 11 of Levin's book, Statistics for Managers. We're going to have to go back a little bit and remind ourselves what we are doing here, what we're trying to do after we have run the ANOVA test. And we have determined, based on the p-value approach, that's what the book calls it, the p-value approach, that we reject the null hypothesis of equality of mean tensile strengths. The next step will be to determine which suppliers differ. Now, the book does not really clarify what this means. What we're going to do, we're going to engage in a fairly vague exercise of pairwise comparisons, and then tell ourselves, well, this difference is negligible and this is not. You can use a cumbersome word, overlookable, meaning this is not really important to us, but we'll use the word negligible in the statistical sense. And even after determining which suppliers differ, recommending which one to use will not be as simple. Although in the real world it would be simple, you just point at the one with the highest tensile strength. Not in the world of statistical research design, the design of experiments. You have to have the declarations of higher value of the supplier backed by all these statistical calculations we're going to perform right now. Anyway, we're going to see which suppliers differ. We're going to determine which suppliers differ by running the procedure. There are many procedures which are used for pairwise comparisons to answer the question, again, very vaguely, which suppliers differ. This book uses a Tuckey-Cramer procedure. Now, the Tuckey-Cramer procedure is not built into Microsoft Excel's let's see here, data value pack. Let's kill it entirely. So to run this, we're going to have to do one of two things, and we'll do both on this video. We had to install PageStat2. It's an add-on to Excel which came with the book when you purchased the new book. It's on the disk. Prentice Hall sells this add-on separately for, I think, $49. It doesn't make any sense to buy that just for these exercises. That's one way of running Tuckey-Cramer test for this chapter. The author opinion workbook. This is the Tuckey-Cramer procedure. We'll use this file as well. We'll keep it here. Let's go back to chapter 11 and open the file we've been working on. As you can see, after we have installed the add-on here for data analysis tool pack, it disappeared after a while, so you haven't used it for a while. And the PHS2 PageStat2 isn't even showing. So it's a good moment for us to review the first step and then see how the PageStat2 add-on jumps onto the ribbon and creates its own tab in Excel. So I'm going to Excel Options, Add-ins, and this is our analysis tool pack. We'll tell it to go there, and of all the options here, we'll click on tool pack and probably VBA just in case. Let's have it there. Now, if we go to data, we can use it from here. This is what has just happened. Additionally, since we have installed the PageStat2 from the CD that came with the book, we just double-click on it. It'll tell us to be careful enabling the macros. We will enable the macros because without them we cannot work. And here, voila, we have the add-ins tab. This is our favorite software for the evening, and we're going to run the procedure similar to the one that ANOVA runs. We're going to go to our data right here, and we'll use these data. And you can see ANOVA, the ANOVA table in its own tab is not part of it. It's just showing us what we have. And we have already compared all these values with the values in the chapter. But a good thing to remember about this is that that's for SPSS, by the way. That's what we had to do for SPSS. We'll do it in SPSS as well. Oh, I'm sorry, what do we have? Okay, first row are the labels. I'm going to go here and find our comparison procedure under multiple sample tests. Tuckey Cramer procedure is there. And it's already checked for us. First cells contain label right here. First cells, which actually is good because it sounds more flexible. They don't have to be all in one row, apparently. We're not going to test that. So we're going to click on our range. It grabbed it. It knows what we want. We'll title it Chapter 11 Comparisons and get ourselves the test. Now it's telling us to go to the table, which is on page 810. It's mentioned in the book, and get the value for cell B15 right here, the Q statistic, which we're going to do right now. And the book helps us with that. We don't really have to go into the table, which I already have. It's, like I said, it's on page 810. Page 810 contains the table for 5% significance level, and 811 contains the table for 1% significance level. Right here in the book, we see how they put the value exactly in B15, cell B15. And they have the table showing in the previous page. Excuse me. Computer's a little tired. Okay, this is the table. In this case, the degrees of freedom for the numerator are 4 degrees. 16 as we had in ANOVA, 16 for the denominator. But for the numerator, the Tuckey Cramer procedure does not cut the degrees of freedom. In fact, we're going to have, this is 6 pairs, as you see, to compare. This is what they're doing too. Because we have equal number of data points in each group, we only need one critical range. This is why. Only one critical range is needed, because the sample sizes in 4 groups are equal. We have 5 data points in each group. I'm using this other term, one of the many statistical terms that we are discussing in these videos. It may be misleading to someone who's just starting to study this. Our value is 4.05, which is exactly what this page is doing, and that's what we're going to put in here. Tuckey Cramer procedure 4.05. Now they will recalculate. Okay, so this is exactly the table that we have in the book. This is the title that they asked us for. Got the title there. And the comparisons are in favor of group 1 to group 2. This is not negligible. This difference is not negligible. And these differences are negligible, we are being told. So we have the same table now here we have reproduced that the book uses. Now they're switching to ANOVA assumptions, but we have not yet used the file that the authors have provided as a second way of generating that table. We're going to stop here and use that file in the next video, which will be number 5. Okay, this is going to be the 4th video recorded for chapter 11